I bought this game at $40.99. And does The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt remain a masterpiece in 2021? Released on May 2015 and given the highest praise to many gamers and critics, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt won the Game of the Year award for that year. I tried to visit this game again and ask if it's still worth playing in 2021. With the dawn of new generation of consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, is this game still worth your time? Hello guys, this is GENeUINE's review on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. In this game, you play as Geralt, a witcher by trade. What is a witcher, you might ask? I thought at first that witcher is a male witch like wizards and sorcerers, but they are different. I was trying to connect widow is a woman whose husband is dead. The male counterpart is widower. That is also why the witch, a woman who uses magic powers, therefore the male counterpart is the witcher. But I was dead wrong. The witcher is a mutated monster hunter. They are like bounty hunters, but instead of hunting criminals, they hunt monsters. They were once normal humans who got mutated by alchemy and magic, which made them superhuman and able to take potions that are too toxic for normal people. After regaining his memory in The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, Geralt set out in search for Yennefer, who at the same time is searching for their daughter Ciri. This is set during a war. The Nilfgaardian Empire to the south invades the northern kingdoms and seeks to absorb it into its empire. Usually, video games will portray the glory of combat in war and put the players as heroes. However, CD Projekt took the real picture of war. It is awful, it shatters lives, separates families, and ravages the land. And the player lives in that awfulness and witnesses the lives of those people shattered by war. It is the characters of the story that gives the atmosphere of the game. Each character is differently affected by the war. The story will also let you feel that each character dialogue is a unique experience. Each character, in my opinion, is perfectly voiced, and each character is perfectly portrayed. If the secondary character sets up the atmosphere of the game, the main character sets up the story. The long dialogues between the player and the main characters will help you understand the story of the game, how the world came to be, how the story came to be. They not merely tell you the story, but rather show you the story. One thing to point out is that both secondary and main characters of the story are affected by your decisions in-game. They live or die because of your decision. They are able to live happy ever after or live a miserable life because of what you decide in-game. Although Geralt is not primarily involved in the war, but his decisions affects the whole story, making him the very center of the story, the very center of the game. This is the very signature of the Witcher games, that Geralt's decision matters the most. This would make the human player very important. This was the very strength that made the Witcher 2 game very unique. The ending of each chapter of the game would depend on the decision you make, and the story would branch differently in every decision. This time, The Witcher 3 went even further. Your decisions affect not only the ending of each chapter, but rather the life of all the characters involved in the story. The following are the things I like to do in this game. Combat. The combat is flawed in some way, but you can notice a great upgrade from the combat of Witcher 2 to Witcher 3. With this great improvement, you can dismiss the minute flaw of combat. Explore. Exploration is made worthwhile because of treasure hunts, crafting, and alchemy. So you do not anymore explore aimlessly, but rather you explore to look for treasures, diagrams for crafting Witcher's gear, and ingredients for your potions. Do Witcher contracts. Doing contracts became a necessity since that's how you make more money aside from doing quests in the game. Anyway, since you are a Witcher, that's your job as Witcher. Do contracts and kill monsters. Play Gwent. Now the Gwent cards are awesome. This is a minigame in The Witcher 3, which is quite addicting. Sometimes I would play The Witcher 3 not for exploration or combat, but for playing Gwent cards. In fact, it is because of the success of Gwent cards in Witcher 3 that there is a separate video game just on Gwent cards. Side quests does not really interest me much in Witcher 3, however, doing them will enrich your immersion and experience of the game. All in all, this game is a masterpiece, and I believe this game is so relevant and playable in years to come. The graphics are decent enough that it could still compete against the video games released in 2020. How your decisions matter in the game sets the standard for all action RPGs. How the story is being told is nearly perfect. Although there are flaws in combat and glitches in the game, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt becomes an exemplar on what open-world action RPG is all about. In the beginning of 2021, I still give this game a 10 out of 10. As of the moment that I release this video, in my own humble opinion, this is still the best open-world action RPG at present. That is why, never skip this game. If you haven't played this game, I recommend you to buy it and experience the world of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. If you're tight with your budget, I got my copy with a Game of the Year edition on Steam sale with 70% discount. A masterpiece at $14.99. If this video is helpful, let me know by clicking a thumbs up or giving a comment in the comment box below. If you want to support my channel, clicking the subscribe button is the best support that I can get. And do not forget to ring the notification button. See you in the next video. Ciao!